I'm more bothered about the photos. So somewhere, uh, hospitality is too dependent on real estate because land cost is the major input. And with the way real estate market is going down, and most of the established players are refocusing on their core business now. And when I say core business, that is more about residential. Don't you think this is going to be a major challenge in the time to come?
Yes, definitely it will be, but still if you see in India or if you compare with the international market, the international market in hospitality is much more dependent on the rooms. The whole business is much more from the rooms, but it is just absolutely opposite in terms of India. India, it is mostly the F&B business which is very, very high in most of the places and most of the cities, and that's where the real need for the manpower and the real dependence on the rooms is that's where the difference lies. Because in India, if you see, apart from the room business, the F&B business, because of which so many of the small budget hotels, they survive mainly on the F&B business. So F&B business is a huge business.
No, when we say F&B business, then there are many standalone restaurants which are doing
Correct.
brisk business. But the point is, if the major raw material, if the major raw material of land you are not getting, and that is something which is happening now. So how do you see the future of hotels? Because land is something which you cannot manufacture in a factory.
Yes.
Land is something, yeah.
Correct.
Land is something which you have to be dependent on the real estate to a large extent as
Correct.
things stand, unless and until there is some policy incentive by the government, unless and until you go for a public-private partnership kind of a situation.
Correct.
So what kind of policy incentive do you recommend for that?
Now, when land becomes rarity, space becomes difficult to achieve and get. What we should go for is the multi-service, the utility building, where we can have 2-3 services like mall, the education, the hospitality education segment, and the hotel together in one hour, and where we get scope to grow vertically.
Mhm.
And that is where space can be taken care of, and the maximum uses of space can be done.
So you mean to suggest that a combination of hotel, convention center, and all things coming together.
Yes. That will have, you will get the space to be utilized to the maximum extent.
Sanjeev, will it revive the MIC segment also?
To a certain extent, but here one thing we need to understand that MIC segment should not be misunderstood with banqueting. Banqueting is something which in India, most of the hotels, whenever we talk about conferencing or exhibitions, all this, they talk about banqueting. But MICE itself is actually not banqueting. It's a segment where there is a combination of so many other things attached to it. So if you want to attract other countries to come to India from the MICE segment only, they not only look to the rooms which they are getting, definitely that is one of the criteria, the accommodation, the cost is a major criteria. But again, what are the tourist circuits which are there in that area plays a major role. What the entertainment factor for the people who will be coming plays a major role. The connectivity of that particular place to a metro city, or the airline connection, the airport facilities which is there in that plays a major role. And this is where we are lacking behind all these other places, for example, Seoul, Hong Kong, Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, all these are the areas where the government has to put their foot into to revamp the whole.
I think the only exception is Hyderabad Convention Center.
Exactly.
And the
now
success
even
had-
the first transit hotel has come up in Delhi recently. That's Eton. They have come up with a transit. So those type of model has to come. But again, that has got its own limitations. In Delhi International Airport, a particular passenger, if he goes out, then he cannot go to the hotel anymore. So to enjoy the services of that transit hotel, he has to be inside the hotel complex, or this airport complex only. So there are certain rules and regulations which are little stringent in terms of hospitality. So those are the areas which really needs to be looked into.
MICE segment, the whole MICE concept gets promoted only if it is packaged well.
Packaged well, exactly.
And yes, the government has to play definitely some role into it. but industry also can play a big role into this. They'll have to pull in resources from the other industries like travel and travel industry, entertainment industry, any other destination development, tourist guide. All these people can come together, create a package which can
That's
be
right.
sold as a bouquet to the MICE segment. So when we talk, as you rightly said, when we talk about MICE and we focus only on conferences, the whole purpose of MICE is killed there. MICE is a bouquet by itself, which can be packaged nicely and sold.
But see, most of the segments that you are talking about coming together, they are so disorganized. I mean, you are not an industry, the way industry is seen. Government does not accept you as an industry. Then how will you all come together? I mean, where is that? Where is that turning point? Where do you see that turning point where you can think of all the players coming together?
Now that the number of players are increasing in the market and demand supply mismatch or demand supply match is coming very closer, and when we are trying to compete with each other in the market and we understand the survival is going to be little difficult if we don't join hands together and present ourselves as an industry which will develop destinations and the industry together. This realization, I think, will come very soon. Now that
And
lot
it's
of
high time everybody
it's
has
high
to come
time.
together.
It will come because the
Otherwise
supply is
it's-
increasing,
exactly.
number of players are increasing. When the number of players are
Now it's a
increasing, the
question of
space to
survival even for
the
most of
space
the.
to play
yes.
around is limited, and then that's the time when people understand where to come together and this thing. And it is going to happen very soon. I would say in a year or two we are going to realize that industry will be giving or projecting a common face in the market very soon.
It can also lead to a cutthroat competition
It can.
It can,
It can.
yes.
because
It can.
you will be forced to cut your tariffs. If there will be more rooms added, it may lead you for you to cut tariffs also.
Yes, and then
And that's what is happening even today. Even if you see the five-star hotels or the five-star luxury brand of hotels, the way they are coming down with the tariffs, so the smaller hotels or the budget hotels or four-star hotels really, it will be very difficult to increase your air.
the best way out is to come out with innovative ideas to cut cost.
Absolutely.
In operational cost, whatever savings we can make, that can add to our GOP. And only when you are forced to act, and where we are forced to act in the competitive market, you come out with the innovative ideas.
Innovative ideas.
And that's when the profitability will start showing.
If I ask you to pinpoint what are the roadblocks at this moment for the sector to grow, what are the roadblocks?
I would say real estate cost and the bureaucratic
Hassles.
hassles.
These are the two
These
major
are the two major roadblocks.
roadblocks. What about the psyche of investors? See, investment has dried up.
Yeah.
If we look at the fund flow in the last couple of years, investment has definitely dried up. So how do you look at it?
I do not know. I don't think it's totally dried up. It might be slow to come in because now is the time when investor will be taking a wait and watch kind of this thing boils now. And once the results are seen after we come out unscathed from this recession, the so-called recession that we are going to face now, I think the investors will come back again. There are lots of fund agencies and the foreign investors who are keen on coming to the Indian market.
Because as things stand, your banks are not ready to finance you. PE funds, they are exiting. External commercial borrowing has been allowed, but not in hospitality. So funding is a major
It's an issue
challenge.
now. It's an issue. Definitely, it's an issue now. But I again feel like it's a temporary phase. Once the results are seen in the market, it will
Any
come back.
suggestions for the government to give you policy incentive?
Yes. We need to have industry recognition whereby we get certain concessions in land and infrastructure development. As soon as possible, industry has to have a one-window clearance system. It is becoming very difficult for us to deal with all these agencies, and there too for one particular license with three agencies. duplicating our work, wasting our energy and money. Instead of that, whatever the license fees are there, they can be structured into one window structure.
No, but the demand for industry status is long overdue. I don't think government at this moment is open to this idea.
No, but I think sooner government realizes it's better, because if they want to develop this industry and the collection or tax collection from the micro markets in future, they will have to get into this kind of concept, because otherwise markets also will have problems in developing further.
Hospitality Development and Tourism Promotion Board, has they facilitated this entire process, or this is just a toothless tiger?
I don't know whether they have any powers, but they are definitely trying to facilitate certain matters on behalf of the industry. So far, I have not come across any big success they have achieved in this direction.
But it is passed by the constitution. It is expected that they help the industry in getting a lot of clearance and other things. And as it was recently declared by Mr. Tourism Minister, that most of the countries where we have our own embassies, there will be this forum, a tourism development forum, to solve these bottleneck problems in terms of visa regulations and other things. So all these things, if it really works, then definitely we can see some positive signs from the government.
Well, being from the academic side, I would say one of the recent studies says that one of the regions hotels in India have not done well is that hotel is a one-way communication. Most of the five-star chains and even four stars, they are one-way communication, and they have failed to engage the customers. So how do you look at it? How can that can be made a two-way communication?
Now see, if we compare the last 5 years or 10 years before in terms of customers' requirement or customers' expectation. Now even today, as we were concentrating more on the budget hotel, I can see that the budget hotels are the future of hospitality in India at present. The expectations of customers from the hotels have totally changed. Initially, it used to be that the hotels, we decide on a particular stream of service, that a particular service has to take so much time, or without that time it cannot be delivered. But now we are changing. It's the customer's expectation. He wants a particular service to be given in his own time. And the hotels and the chains who can fulfill their requirement are really shining. That also goes in terms of students and employees who are coming up to the new brand of hotel. The expectation levels of the employees have changed a lot, and there are hotel management chains who are also changing their thinking. Now the old managers who had this concept of 12 hours working industry, they are also giving it a thought, that whether some other alternatives could be come out from that. The HR policies has changed a lot. Even the pay scale, which was supposed to be the poorest in terms of the labor which a particular employee gives in a hotel. So now it's all getting changed towards the positive direction. And if things goes like this, I'm sure that in the next couple of years, even this manpower problem will be solved at certain level.
The manpower problem is one thing, but user experience also matters a lot. So how do you monitor your customers' user experience?
We have a strong feedback system. These feedback which we take periodically are inculcated. We sort out in different segments and everything. And here, I would say in last 3-4 years, there's been a bigger connect between the hotel and the customer through this various feedback system. And that is where you will see a lot of technology coming into hotels, especially in the rooms for guest usage. The involvement of technology for guest usage is purely an outcome of guest feedback. The guests have, earlier I've been in this industry for nearly 3 decades, but I've seen, earlier the dependence of guests on manpower was very high, whereas today it is leaning towards the technology. The guest who wants certain services is very clear. He needs these technological support to be kept in his room or in the areas where he's operating. He doesn't want a hand at his service. He doesn't want an additional hand to give him service in certain areas. So this is an outcome of the communication between the guest and the industry, which is taking a very serious serious, I mean, this is being noted very seriously by the industry. It used to be, there used to be a little disconnect earlier, but I think in the last 5 years that the communication is improving and it's leading towards better results.
And here training is going to play a major role. Like initially training was thought to be a cost and an expenditure, but now it is thought to be an investment. And this is where training plays a very important part.
How many training institutes are equipped? I mean, if we look at India, one of the major grudge with institutes, and most of the hotel chains openly, publicly admit this, is that institutes are not catering to the industry. So how do you look at it?
Now, there is a mismatch which exists here. If we see the hospitality management course curriculum internationally, there are subjects which are related to management. Like we have this course from American Hotel and Lodging Educational Institute, and in the first year they do not have any subject which relates to the supervisory level or to a junior technical level. There most of the subjects which are being taught are on the managerial level. Say for example, more on human resource, more on technical abilities in terms of business. How are you going to treat a customer in all these areas? But same thing, if we want to change in terms of the syllabus and curriculum in India, most of the hotels are not going to accept that. When a student faces a campus interview in the third years, the questions on which he is being tested and skilled are all the basic technical based questions. So where is the point of those managerial capabilities or those subjects like entrepreneurship skill, the business skills, where does that go? So the major expectation from hotels is that a student should know what is this glass called, how a person has to be served, and that's all. After that, we have our own department, we have our own process of working, and we are going to train him. So give me the raw material. So until and unless hotel says that give me the proper material whom I will be placing as a manager, then how does this linkage happens? It's always there is a barrier that we teach them something and the industry says that we want only the basic skill. So even the industry people has to change their mindset. It is not only the question of you are taking a future hotelier, so he should have the business acumen. He should know how to handle his human resource. He should know how to efficiently control his cost. But they don't look forward to all these things. So until and unless even the industry changes this mindset, it's very, very difficult.
Do you agree that hospitality as a sector need to restructure its entire logistics chain management?
To some extent, yes. We need to do some changes in there has to be some changes in the thought process also. We have to start thinking like industry to get a recognition in the market as an industry. And yes, we have been always looking at certain areas where we only have roadblocks on this thing. We also have to look at certain areas which are actually available to us and have not been made used to. We need to look at those areas also. There are certain mindset changes have to be done. We need to go in for certain change on the thought processes.
Okay. Finally, I will ask you, where do you see the growth coming, a standalone or the chain of hotels?
It's anywhere, even it depends. See, a hotel can be opened by any chain of properties or any individual, but it's about the business, how he runs the hotel. And that entirely, whether it's a standalone or whether it's a chain property or it's a luxury property, it entirely depends on the hotel.
So you mean to say there is no difference between a branded hotel and unbranded?
Absolutely. How he runs the business holds the key factor. Even a standalone hotel or a standalone restaurant can do wonderful business in terms of service, in terms of whatever they're offering, and I look at it.
Do you agree with this?
There are some standalone properties which have created a niche in the market by themselves, although they don't belong into this group. But yes, there is definite advantage of getting into a group or getting branded as a particular group, because you get marketing support, you get human resources support, and other supports are there. But I feel away from these, I feel the future belongs to mid-segment all-fill hotel in micro cities. Even standalone hotel in those cities, efficiently managed, can definitely do well if they provide all the necessary services under one roof at an affordable price.
Finally, I would like to know whether, see, we are living in a different world, technology-driven world, where you have third-party endorsement, where somebody is sitting in far across Mumbai may not have heard about your hotel can get to know through third party endorsement, yatra.com and all. Do you think the role of branded hotels is coming down because of third party endorsements?
No, it is not coming down. But it is the third party enrollment, some of the standalone hotels are also getting recognized and they also coming to the fore in the market. It doesn't mean that the branded hotels have to come down from their thing. They also have their own niche in the market. But it helps the standalone hotels also because of this communication bridge.
So both of you agree that ultimately it's user experience
Exactly.
and repeat customers.
Correct.
Thank you.
Pleasure.
Thanks.
Thank you.
It was good.